Holographic medical pods. So in this presentation, I will discuss how the holographic medical pods work in terms of healing wounds, reviving people back from the dead, and curing different types of diseases. So you will see images of these pods. You'll also see images of portable Meditech units, which also can fix any types of wounds out in the field or temporarily bring someone back from the brink of death. And this type of advanced technology is used in the secret space programs in various divisions and groups, especially on Mars and the Moon. The holographic medical pods are automated medical stations where a medical expert selects the type of procedure to be done from the computer database. Then the patient lies down in the pod and the machine performs the medical operation or procedure. Then the lasers will close up the points of entry from where the procedure was done. These types of holographic medical pods have features such as an airtight operating shield, comfortable limb restraints, a laser scalpel, laser mirror arms to remove scarring, computer-controlled robotic surgical arms, liquid spray anesthetic, and vital signs sensors. All of these features are mounted on an adjustable titanium base. The med pods allow users to diagnose, treat, and perform a wide range of surgical procedures with the ultra-fine laser incisions that are guided by 3D anatomical scanning. The 3D scanning has refractory lenses which take live scans of the body in order to do various medical procedures. The 3D anatomical scanning lens and laser technology allows for complete diagnosis of all body systems, including neurological factors, treatment of infection through concentrated antibiotic injections, detoxification of the body in order to cure diseases like cancer, basic or advanced wound repair, limb regeneration, through cellular DNA reconstruction, and scar removal. As well, other procedures can be done, such as appendectomy, laparoscopic ablation, and cesarean section. The med pods can also regenerate dying cell tissues in the body in order to make the cells healthy again, as well as revive neurons, protons, stem cells, etc. This is done in order to be able to cure diseases like, for example, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, etc. This is what the holographic medical pods look like, which the secret space programs utilize in their medical bays. The advanced medical pods have micro-laser technology and multiple refractory lenses that can manipulate the body's natural chronometer and perform age regression procedures through DNA modification or even do cross-hybridization between human DNA and ET genetics, or mix animal DNA with the human genome in order to create stronger and healthier species of humans. There is advanced holographic supercomputer software that can create various types of memory engrams that can be imprinted on people's brains through light spectrum visual imagery in order to create false or altered screen memories. As well, brain memory suppression injection drugs are administered, so blacklisted classified memories cannot be easily recalled by individuals. These procedures are often done in the SSP programs while someone is being treated in the holographic medical pod before their contract discharge time is up and they are administered the age regression protocol. So basically what age regression does is bring you back to the 0 point of the time that you were taken into the secret space program at the age of 18, 16, 5, 10, whatever the time you were taken. as an asset into the secret space programs or other top secret programs, that is the point that you're regressed back in time from being old to that young period again. And it's done with these holographic medical pods. That's just one of the uses for the pods, not just healing or curing people of diseases or death. Interactive supercomputer software display that can encode memory engrams onto the brain during the age regression protocol process. Some of the MedPods have biomimetic gel on them, which will synthesize healthy and young cell tissue in the body in order to replace the cells that are dying off and can no longer self-regenerate. The biomimetic gel is also used to prevent third-degree burns from scarring the body so that scar tissue does not build up on the skin. This gel also removes any germs or bacteria that can cause infections in the human body. A medical bay being prepared for 3D metric laser surgery with one of the holographic medical pods. The image on the left is an example of how the biomimetic gel is placed on one of the holographic medical pod units. So basically what happens is the older style generation of the medical pods looks like an MRI scanning machine. So what happens is you lie down on the mimetic gel before the scanning device goes into the holographic pod itself. So you basically feel a cool sensation from the mimetic gel, which looks sort of bluish white in substance. And the gel helps to remove scarring tissue or any types of other deficiencies on the skin that would require plastic surgery basically on Earth. So when you go in and lie down in the mimetic gel on the holographic medical pod, you won't need plastic surgery. The holographic pod, with the help of the mimetic gel, will remove any scarring or other tissue, skin imperfections, basically before your age regressed back to the point of when you were young and taken into the space program. So basically, all scar tissue or skin imperfections that you may have gotten during your service as an asset in the secret space programs, all that is removed. So you have the exact same skin. You will have the exact same skin tone and without scarring as before you went into the secret space program at whatever age that was. And the ages can be as children or as teenagers or as grown-ups. It could be at any point depending on what the secret space program took you for. Medical lab for holographic medpods. The holographic medpods are usually located in medical lab bays either on space stations, planetary bases, or on spaceships. These medpods can be installed virtually anywhere as they do not require much power to operate. There are also portable Meditech pod units, which put injured subjects into stasis sleep in order to slow down bodily degradation and conserve life force energy so that patients do not die on their way for medical attention. These portable units are designed for basic wound repair on the go and small-scale organ regeneration. The images on the left and the right are what the portable Meditech pod units look like, and in some cases in emergency, if there's no holographic medical bed available or pod, the portable Meditech units can be used to heal mortal wounds or bring back somebody from the dead. In extreme cases, this can be done because these Meditech units are also a smaller version of the holographic medical pod. So it can be used to heal almost any type of wounds, to cure diseases and, like I said, bring somebody back from the dead if need be. It could be adjusted for that purpose as well in emergencies. This is an image of a medical pod preparing to do laparoscopic laser surgery on a patient. 3D anatomical imaging scans being done to determine where laser surgery targets for wound repair will be performed. In this image, limb restraints are shown, which emit an anesthetic to put the patient into stasis sleep mode. So what the limb restraints are being attached to the body so patient does not move around during the surgery, and liquid spray anesthetic is being administered so the patient does not feel pain during the operation. Like I said in the beginning, that these limb restraints they act like electrodes, providing anesthetic on body parts. So the patient starts to go into sleep mode / stasis during surgery, because surgery can take from up to an hour to 2 hours or 30 minutes, depending on what kind of surgery is being done to the patient. In this image, laser laparoscopic surgery is in progress while the patient is under medication stasis sedation, and the holographic medical pods, either the surgery can be done remotely with specialized programming that's input into the software of the medical pod. So it does surgery remotely without having a doctor be on site per se. So remote surgery can be done when the doctor inputs the programming into the pod and monitors the surgery process itself. Sometimes if it's just general surgery and it's done in an emergency, there's no doctor, nurses can input the programming into the software and the medical pod will do the surgery itself without a doctor. And that could happen at times. For scar removal and stuff like that, again, they input the software into the medical pod, the instructions for how the surgery should be done, and the medical pod closes up, the patient is put into stasis sleep, and the plastic surgery is done by the medical pod, by the lasers and the scanners. They remove the scarring from the tissue, and the patient is healed, and then they wake up after like 30-40 minutes, depending on surgery. It could take longer. So doctors aren't always necessary to be present when the holographic medical pod is doing surgery. Sometimes there are doctors and nurses. Sometimes the settings are input into the software and the medical pod will do the surgery itself, while a nurse or a doctor is looking in on the surgery from time to time to make sure it's progressing well, and as well or remotely, depending on what the situation could be or is for the surgery.